Actually, I wanted to be the youngest person, but they put an age limit.
9-year-old Singaporean Minnal Dhayalan has a dream, and that is to be the youngest Singaporean to scale Mount Everest. But she will have to wait another 7 years at least. Those under the age of 16 are not allowed to scale the 8,848 meters peak from the Nepal side, while climbers wanting to attempt it from the Tibet side have to be at least 18.
I went to Everest Base Camp last month, and it was a pretty long trip, about 8 days to go up and about 3 days to come back down. Extremely cold. I had to put on 4 layers of clothes.
And do you still feel cold after 4 layers of clothes?
Yeah.
Minnal and her parents trekked 8 days to South Mount Everest Base Camp in Nepal in May. It wasn't her first overseas trek. Minnal has been to Mount Pt1 and Mount Ophir in Malaysia and treks up Bukit Timah Hill every week. Minnal and her parents began the Everest Base Camp trek at Lukla and arrived at Namche Bazaar, which is the capital for Sherpas who live in the mountains, after 2 days. Namche Bazaar stands at 3,440 meters above sea level and is a popular area for trekkers to acclimatize.
What is the most difficult thing about trekking towards Everest?
Until the 3rd day, it's actually because of the strenuousness, but after that, it's actually because of the altitude and the less oxygen. It feels like you get a very severe headache and you throw up often.
Do you suffer from mountain
No, I got the headache, but I didn't throw up.
On the trek, Minnal crossed many rivers like these and often had to cross bridges that she calls crazy bridges. Without realizing it, Minnal was passing a few mountains every day of the trek. Accompanied by her parents, 3 fellow climbers, and several Sherpa porters who each carried up to 100 kilograms of luggage, Minnal would trek from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day.
At any point of time, did it feel too difficult?
For the second day of the trek, it was really hard because it was the longest one. So I'm not sure. I think about 16 kilometers.
Did you get encouragement or any special ways that you managed to just do the whole day?
Actually, they said that we'd reach in another half an hour, so I practically ran, but then it wasn't there, so I felt like collapsing.
And how do you continue? How do you push yourself to continue?
Because I knew that I could go and drink a nice hot drink, so I just went on.
On day 8 of a trek, Minnal and her fellow climbers set off for the final leg towards Mount Everest Base Camp, which stands at a height of 5,400 meters above sea level.
We went to the base camp for about 30 minutes.
How did it look? How was the base camp? Was it what you expected?
It had a lot of camps. Camps. Yeah.
Was there a lot of people?
If there were, they were all outside the tent.
So you didn't see much people. Was there much activity? No, not at all.
The only things we saw were big lakes with frozen ice on top. So we threw big rocks and tried to break the ice. The main guide gave it to me. He said it was a Yeti's egg or Yeti's poo.
What do you think about that?
I think that's weird. I think it's just pretty.
Where along the track do you get these rocks?
Most of the rocks we got it here, but I picked this up at near Gorakshep.
Is this your prized possession?
Sort of.
Sort of?
Minnal may be just 9 years old, but she showed great grit and determination in finishing the trek up to Mount Everest Base Camp, which stands at 5,440 meters above sea level. Watch our other clip to find out more.